What up, YouTube? Timo's here. Now, of course, I'm doing my reviews for Ron Howard films. Here is my review for Ron Howard's first film of the 90s, and that is the 1991 firefighter-based film, Backdraft. Now, this film, of course, got released all the way back on May 24th, 1991, and was, of course, Ron Howard's follow-up to, of course, 2 years before he did Parenthood. He had a really good resurgence in the 80s with stuff like Night Shift, Parenthood, Willow. And so in the 90s, he ended up having an interesting film, which was, of course, Backdraft, starring some really cool actors. You had the likes of Kurt Russell, William Baldwin, Donald Sutherland, Robert De Niro. And this film is pretty much, in a way, similar to the classic novel of Fahrenheit 451. And, you know, the film takes place in Engine Company number 17, based in Chicago's Chinatown, where Kurt Russell is his grizzled veteran, and William Baldwin is his kid brother, a rookie fresh from the fire academy. And many years before their father died as a hero in a fire. And Baldwin, then you got Baldwin, who Denny, a small boy, made a cover of a Life magazine as he grasped his dad's blackened helmet while tears, tears ran down his face and all. And so, like, the two brothers have been rivals, ever since Russell, trying to prove he is true heir to his family's tradition of heroism. Baldwin is trying to prove himself as a man, and these characters' traits have pretty much probably never really been explored in the film, in the movies more than several times. And so you got Russell, who lives the life of a pretty much as a bachelor, and he is in his dad's old boat, permanently aground. And he and his wife, who's portrayed by the always gorgeous Rebecca De Mornay, are like really in love with one another, and have but they have separated because they can't really she can't really count on him to be there when she's needed, because firefighting comes first in his life, and so like she can't really no longer bear the fear of what could happen to him, because a firefighter's life it's pretty much hard to be a firefighter because your life is on risk and all that, and she can't really do anymore. But meanwhile, you got Baldwin's character's girlfriend, portrayed by Jennifer Jason Leigh, who now works as a aide to a powerful alderman, portrayed by J.T. Walsh, who is also running for mayor, and apparently on a platform of slashing the budget of the fire department. And then you got a Kenny veteran fire inspector, portrayed by Robert De Niro, who has determined that they were set by an expert to create a backdraft that would essentially kill their victims with such force that the fires, would then blow them away and all. And this film was it's a really classic firefight-based films. You don't see many firefighter movies nowadays, but it's a really good one. Donald Sutherland, Donald Sutherland was, of course, great in this. You had the always great Jack McGee was in this film. You had, J.T. Walsh was great, Clint Howard, David Crosby, the always great Scott Glenn. This film also scored a couple of Oscar nominations. One of the nominations was, it, of course, got a nomination for Best Visual Effects when it got released. And it had some really cool lines, cool effects. William Baldwin and Kurt Russell, were both really solid in this film. You can really buy them as brothers. I mean, William Baldwin is of course part of the Baldwin dynasty, so there's that. Yeah. I mean, this stuff look like most of the stuff in this film are pretty intense. This film is the reason why I will never ever want to be a firefighter, because it looks really dangerous to really be a firefighter, and this film really shows the stuff that firefighters have to go through. And yeah, Backdraft is definitely a really terrific Ron Howard film. The film also did pretty well with critics, and It has a 74% on Rotten Tomatoes. It made when it got released, it made about 152.4 million. And of course, since then we had other firefighter movies like Ladder 49 was pretty good. But Backdraft is definitely a really solid firefighter film. If you guys have never really seen it, give it a shot. It's a pretty it's a good Ron Howard flick worth checking out. Anyway, let me leave with you guys. Have you ever seen the Ron Howard film Backdraft? If so, what you thought of it? Oh, not to mention they also have a sequel, which I never even bothered to check out. But anyway, as I was saying, let me leave with you guys. Have you ever seen Backdraft? If so, what you thought of it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is Cebu signing out.